Thank you. The two oldest men in the world. And they are willing to answer any question about any historical thing that they've seen. Could you two young old men please introduce yourselves to the crowd?
What? Introduce yourself. My name is Jefferson Davis Caldwell. My name is Ezra Poundage.
Now, you gentlemen claim to be the oldest men in the world. Is this true?
You're damn right, boy. What is that?
And we can ask you any question about any historical period?
You can try.
All right. Does anybody out here have a question for the oldest men in the world?
How did the dinosaurs die?
How did the dinosaurs die?
That's a funny story, really. Back when I was about 43, my good friend Henry Ford, he built a car out of pencils and wood shavings. It was an amazing car, and then he ran over a dinosaur, and the other ones just died. There's also a big ball of fire, but we think that came from the tailpipe.
Another question for the oldest men in the world.
Who came first, the chicken or the egg?
What came first, the chicken or the egg?
You can take that. When I met him, he had a chicken, and I had an egg. And we're still fighting about it today.
Which do you feel came first?
Oh, the egg, obviously. That chicken came first. I'm older. It was the chicken. It was an egg. You old goop.
Maybe we'd best move on. Is there another question?
Were you there when John Brown was born?
Nobody was. My mother denies it to this day. Were you there when John Brown was born?
She was a looker.
With an L.
I remember the first time I saw a looker. Yes, it was back when we were out on the fishing boat. That's what the people who put the hooks on the little fishing poles did. They tossed it in and they caught fish. All hooked up. That's why they were called hookers.
Another question.
Did you ever get attacked by a shark?
Did you ever get attacked by a shark?
Every single day. I was known for giving birth to a shark. It was quite a painful process. I don't like recollecting on it. It was quite a painful process to watch as well.
Now, they've met most of the famous people from history. Would you like to know about any famous person from history?
Have you ever met King Tut?
Did you meet King Tut?
Yes, but back in my day, we used to call him Toot. King Egypt has ever seen. Let's just say, me and Ezra here, we used to be practical jokers. And we put some beans inside of his food and caused a sandstorm. Prince Toot.
Any other famous person from history?
Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley. Did you know the king?
The king? Let's try the prince. Let's try the baby. I remember his mother quite well. Well, not really. I was pretty drunk. It was a painful experience. Painful to watch.
We have time for, if you'd like to know about one more historical
Who
figure.
shot
Jesus!
JFK?
I'm sorry, what?
Jesus! JFK!
Who shot JFK?
There's a bunch of conspiracy theories on it. But I was there the day that JFK lost his life. I was technically there. I was sitting upon a grassy knoll. And I don't like to talk about that. I ran the gun shop down the street. And I also read some books at the depository that day. I had a suppository that day. You know what? I remember when I invented the suppository. I remember when I invented JFK. I remember when I invented PB&J. I remember when I invented the peanut. I remember when I invented George Washington